Okay, here are the ingredients for my goulash. I like to buy chuck roast. I will cut it myself because I like bigger pieces, but you can also buy the pre-cut stew meat if you like. I like mine with chuck roast, like I said. Then 2 bell peppers. I have a yellow and a red. Garlic cloves, 2 large onions, some mushrooms. So these are the little mini bellas. My dried porcini mushrooms that I will hydrate soon. Salt, pepper, a lot of paprika, and a little bit of cayenne. So I have 2 heaping tablespoons of paprika in there. 2 bay leaf, my Kentucky bourbon, the Buffalo Trace, and olive oil to saute everything. Now let me go and prep everything. Okay, first thing, I'm going to take my bell peppers. I'm gonna roast them under the broiler. Put a little olive oil on it. Keep an eye on it like every 3-4 minutes in the beginning and just start turning them until they're nicely blackened. And after that, you take them out, put them in a bowl, cover them, and let them sit. Okay, here we go. Let's check these. Yeah. Just flip them there. Okay, put them back in and let them keep going. So I got everything cut. I'm gonna put some boiling water on the mushroom and just let them soak for 15-20 minutes until I need them. What I'm gonna use is the broth of this. You see I have like really big pieces in here. I didn't take all the fat off. I took some off because we don't need that much, but you do need some of this fat and it's all gonna render out when you cook it. Otherwise, flavor sucks. If you take all the fat off, you don't really have flavor. Tomato paste. So add that to the ingredients. So after you cut it into cubes, or if you buy it already pre-cut, I'm gonna add all the paprika, half a teaspoon, somewhere around there, of pepper, good amount of salt, and now just kind of make sure that all pieces have the seasoning on there. And then I'm gonna let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, just to let it soak in. And in the meantime, I'm gonna cut my mushrooms into quarters and clean them. You know, the little bella mushrooms. There, just let it sit and let it infuse a little bit. Also, I just took the peppers out, put them in a bowl, put saran wrap on it, and let them steep. And just put them aside. I preheated my large pot. I'm gonna add some olive oil. I'm going to sear the meat. They're gonna stick at first, which is fine. Just leave them alone. Don't put too many in. By the way, this was about 2.5 pounds. If that's gonna be it, I'm gonna let it go for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna flip them until they're nice and brown. Let's see. It's about 2 minutes. Perfect. Flip them all over. Let the other side go for another 2 minutes. Then we take them out and put more of them in there. I'm gonna flip it again. There we go. This is going actually pretty fast, so you don't want it to burn. I think these are good. Add them to a bowl. Let's add a little bit more. Don't worry about the dark stuff. It's all gonna be taken up. This one's a big piece. Nice. Okay. And do the last batch the same way as the first one. So while the meat is searing, I'm gonna take the mushroom, squeeze out the water or the liquid, put these aside, and that's the broth that we wanna put into the sauce. So do not dump this. This is pure gold. Okay, let's transfer them into the bowl here. Okay, let's add the onions to that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let these sweat a little bit. add a little bit of salt, so that way it will draw out the moisture. And as you can see, it takes all the burnt bits or the brown bit off, and that's amazing flavor here. So all we're gonna do is soften it a little and make sure that all of this is coming off. So let this go for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll show you what's next. All right, this has been going for about 2 minutes, and as you can see, nothing is stuck down here anymore, which is perfect. So I'm gonna put a little bit of tomato paste in there, maybe a tablespoon, a good tablespoon. That's it. And let that go for like a minute. Put that in the middle. That smell is already nice. So let that go. I will also add my garlic in before I forget it, because that you don't want burnt either. Mix it all together. It's starting to smell really good. Just the simple things. Okay, now I'm going to add, I don't know how much I'm going to put in here now. A couple of glugs full of bourbon. Try not to set yourself on fire. That wasn't enough, a little bit more. There, and just let this go now until it's almost evaporated. That only takes like 30 seconds maybe. If you have a gas stove, don't do that. Just take the pot off the heat, pour it in, put it back on. Because I had some spillage down here, and if that would have been a gas stove, that would have caught on fire. Just saying. Now I'm going to add the porcini broth. Do that kind of slowly. There we go. Oh, that smells so good already. Put the meat back in. Get all the juices, all the flavor. Swish it around. The bay leaves. And now add a little bit of water to it. You don't have to cover it completely, but this is plenty. Okay, let it come to a boil. Turn it down to medium low and let it simmer for an hour and see how it is. Put a lid on it and medium low and cover it. And that's it. My peppers. So got them out of here, deseeded them, just peeled it open and got the seeds out. And then just peel the skin off because it comes off really, really easily. And then I'm just gonna cut it into pretty decent size, like squares. Maybe, let's see how big. All done. If a few seeds get stuck, who cares? So here we go. And maybe like this size. There. And then do that to all of them. And right before I'm gonna serve the goulash, I'm actually gonna put them in and heat them up. So it's really fleshy still and not so much mush that you almost can't see it anymore. And they're gonna go in there along with the mushrooms. So I checked this an hour ago and it wasn't even close to being ready. And I turned it up just a little bit and now it's almost 2 hours that it's been simmering. So I'm gonna check it again. Let's use one of these. A little bit of the sauce on there. Nope, it's not bad, but I think I wanted to go for another half an hour. I'm gonna set my timer. And then I'm gonna check it and it should be fine by then. I just cut up all my mushrooms into quarters. And I'm just gonna use these and cut them into some chunks. They still have a lot of flavor left. Make them a little bit smaller. Okay, now let's put it all together. Well, first of all, I have to saute these, so that's next. Also, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to it just to get more of the moisture out, but not too much. So. And this might take 10 minutes or so. So have it just on medium. So this has been about 8 minutes, and that's about how I like it. I don't like when they are simmered for hours and they get kind of gummy like. So I still like them firm, and they have a nice flavor. And this is what they should look like. Nice color on them. Okay, let me take these off of here. I'm gonna make a little thickener for my goulash. So I have about half a cup of water, cold water, always cold. And now 2 big teaspoons of cornstarch. And here you go. Shake it up. And that's it. Mix it in with your goulash. Just pour it in. Little by little, because you don't want it to be too thick. And let it simmer for at least a minute. Okay, there comes to a bubble again. I'm also gonna add the peppers and the mushrooms. Let it just come together for 5 minutes on a very, very low simmer, because all this is, the meat is just perfect now. See, it's starting to come apart. This is what you want to see. So that's it. 5 minutes. I made some rice with it. You can also do potatoes, pasta, Spätzle, which is pasta, German noodle. Enjoy it.